Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming and back to London where I am, and Watch Dogs Legion where I'm not, but I wouldn't mind being. In the background there is Euston Station. Unfortunately for London, and this is probably the only example of this, all the other mainline stations which you may or may not have heard of, Fenchurch Street, which is on the Monopoly board for London, Marylebone, also on the Monopoly board, King's Cross, St Pancras, obviously it's famous, everyone knows because of the international connection with Eurostar, Liverpool Street, most of the other stations, Victoria, they're all very nice Victorian buildings, whereas Euston, long before my time, they knocked it down and made this monstrosity which isn't anything, it's grim, it's just some kind of modern rubbish. There was apparently a really big arch there, ornate arch that they had, and they knocked that down as well. So unfortunately Euston Station is not much to look at. I think they should knock it down, and I've been to Euston Station many times, it's not very nice. It actually is like a really bland airport inside. They should knock it down and rebuild it to something, if not, they can't go back in time and make a Victorian building, but they should make it something more modern and nicer. It's just something that's stuck in the 70s. It's very nasty. Anyway, I have to say. Anyway, don't go there unless you really have to. So today's video is about something I've seen a few times mentioned online in different places. I can't verify its accuracy, so I'm not going to say I've done tons and tons of research, but I thought it was an interesting topic to mention regardless. It may be clarified in the next few days. It's something about PlayStation, what they're saying. Unfortunately, PlayStation, I've mentioned this before on the channel, when the PlayStation network goes down, they don't issue updates in any timely manner about what's happening. They're very bad at issuing updates or telling you what's going on. But I've seen this thing going around that says PlayStation are going to ask people who buy games, new games, to verify every 30 days that they're the account holder or that they are still online by being online, which will keep the game active. And that doesn't sound good. I mean, I'm not saying it's true, it may just be a rumour, but it's an interesting rumour to talk about, let's just say that. So if that's true and you buy a game today, and then if you don't go online in 30 days, you have to go back and work out how to verify you're the person that bought the game, that's bad. I mean, number one, there's plenty of people who, don't have active internet. They may struggle to have internet, maybe they have intermittent internet. So, that's not really fair on people that can't, they live in areas, or maybe they haven't got broadband, maybe they're using, when they activate a game, when they go online, maybe they use a different connection that's not a constant connection, who knows, but we've all been in those situations at some point maybe. So one, some people can't just be online all the time in 30 days, and secondly, there's no good in that. Why are they doing that? It doesn't benefit anyone who's using PlayStation. It just benefits their idea that we don't own the game. You buy a game and then you have to go back onto internet within 30 days, and it's not just the first time, it's apparently meant to be ongoing. That's what the rumour is anyway. And if you don't, then you've got to prove that you actually are who you are when you own the game. But you own the game, you bought it. And the thing is, I always compare what happens in digital stuff with other digital stuff. So, it would be very similar to, we all download music from, let's say, Amazon. We'll use Amazon as an example, it's the biggest example. We buy music from Amazon, we buy movies from Amazon. And, Amazon isn't asking us, I'm not saying they're not going to in the future, but they don't ask us, hey, you know what, you need to verify that you bought that CD or that album or that movie. So what's the difference? It's a game. A game doesn't, movies cost millions and millions of pounds to make, many millions. So, and plenty of games cost less than a movie to make. Some games cost more, it just depends. So it's not about how much they cost or anything like that. It's just gaming think they can do this where other medium don't. So you'll be outraged if you had to sign into wherever you buy your music albums or music songs and had to keep verifying every 30 days that you actually were the person that bought them, or the same with movies. But with gaming, they think they can do this. Partly it's because gaming in general, with the way it's very dark here now, I'm going to go somewhere where it's a bit lighter. Part of this is because gaming in general, they think they can do what they want. We know that from all games, all devs, everything. They just think, you know, we'll just do what we want because we don't care about you. We'll make slot games, we'll make rubbish games, that's better. We'll make slot games, we'll make rubbish games, and it doesn't matter what you think because we don't care. Because we'll do what we want. We'll make a live service game that nobody wants, and if it doesn't work out, we'll probably raise prices just to get the money back. But also it's because PlayStation doesn't really have any competition. I mean, obviously, everywhere has competition. I'm trying to find a place to get the light good, but I can't. Yeah, let's go outside this area. But yeah, it's partly because PlayStation doesn't really have that much competition. Xbox is in a mess. I'm not an Xbox expert, so I can't tell you, oh that's better, I can't tell you anything much about Xbox other than I know they're generally in a mess, and I don't think Microsoft really know what they're doing with all of that. But it's bad that they think they can get away with just doing what they want and somehow we're going to accept it. And like I said, it may not be true, it may be true. It's dubious and dodgy that PlayStation haven't come out and said anything about it, and that may just be because they don't. I'm causing a car crash because I was standing near the edge of the road. That's quite funny actually. Let's see how near. Look, I'm there, and these idiots can't drive past because they're stupid. Anyway, but yeah, it's not good. And regardless of whether this rumour is true or not, number one, PlayStation should, just knock it straight away. No, this is not true. It's not going to happen. Or B, they should confirm it because that's what any company does. If you get a rumour that's not substantiated, you should just clarify or deny it. And secondly, going forward, it may still be something that happens. Even if PlayStation say this isn't true now, maybe it's a rumour that had some truth to it, and then they decided, well, there's a lot of controversy, like many gaming companies do, where they say they're going to do something in a game, and there's a lot of flack, and then they decide to pretend it was never going to happen, and later on they'll bring it in anyway. But I think it's all down to this thing which I've talked about many times, is who owns games. And if you buy a game, you buy a game for like £80, £100, if you buy all the DLCs or the early access version, you could be talking about a lot more than that, and yet you don't really own it. And if you don't sign in to the internet within 30 days, you don't own it anymore unless you prove you do. I mean, what? Anyway, before I just get run over or cause these cars to get very annoyed with me because I'm that much into the road, I want to punch her in a minute. Talk to me like that. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Till next time, well, I'm going to hit that woman. Take care for now. You can watch me hit her. Yeah, have that. Talk to me like that.